Hello, my name is Brinson Brigham, and I will be making a video on the cognitive dissonance theory. I will first talk about exclusive details, and then I will wrap up the video by telling critiques of the theory. For starters, the cognitive dissonance theory was crafted by Leon Finster, a at Stanford University. He was a social psychologist. Finster compares to creative dissonance to the basic need of food or safety. Now, the cognitive dissonance theory is related to the mental state of doing something that you're not used to doing or that you haven't did before. It explains the inconsistency between a person's thoughts and action. That only means that it's that it explains how people make decisions. Now, the cognitive dissonance theory comes into play. It is relevant when a person does something that they were thinking the complete opposite of. Now, the cognitive dissonance theory also explains how a person can decide to pursue or abort a decision by the attitude being adjusted. This attitude adjustment can let them know if they want to continue or to not do it anymore, not pursue a decision. Now, important aspects of the cognitive dissonance theory is selective exposure. Selective exposure is the tendency people have to avoid information that doesn't line up with their beliefs. And Leon Fisher claims that people avoid information is likely to create distance. Now, another important aspect of the cognitive dissonance theory is post-decision dissonance. This is the thought process after making a big decision like getting a tattoo or signing a contract to get a car. This post-decision dissonance has three conditions that heighten post-decision dissonance. Now, one is how important it is. Two is the longer an individual thinks about it in choosing between options. And the third would be the greater the difficulty involved in reversing the decision once it's been made. These are all important aspects of the cognitive dissonance theory. Now, as far as critiquing this theory, I think it's important for people to be mindful of the cognitive dissonance theory when making a decision. People often decide to abort a decision just because their attitude has changed and they find an acceptable explanation to abort that decision and to not continue to go along with that. So I think that's important. I think that the cognitive dissonance theory explains a lot in regard to how people can make decisions and how they can be influenced to not make decisions. And also with this selective exposure and the post-decision and the conditions of post-decision distance, I think that people can make more, they can make decisions that can be finalized without aborting them, that they can also have thought process where they don't have an action that completely is the opposite of that thought. Now, the cognitive dissonance theory is a theory that is played in everyday life. People may not understand it as that, or people may not understand the exclusive details of the cognitive dissonance theory. Although I think it needs to be explained to people what it is, so people can understand how to handle it and also how to move forward with important decisions. So I think understanding and being aware of the exclusive details of the cognitive dissonance theory is important.